everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina and today we're talking about new makeup releases. So I haven't done a new makeup release video in a while because honestly, if you guys follow my empties videos, I haven't bought makeup in like 2 months. I don't have an answer for why. I just haven't. I haven't been compelled to buy anything. I've been really focusing on using up a lot this year and it just kind of has taken my focus away from new things. Also, I think I've been getting discouraged because I was like really getting into a groove with some things and then Physicians Formula went and broke my heart, so it took some time to get over that relationship. I'm back. We're going to be talking about some new makeup releases. Maybe something will be interesting enough to me to purchase, but we will find out. So before I jump into today's video, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button because I do upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard. Typically, my schedule for the next couple weeks will be a little different because I do have a lot of collabs coming up right now. Just keep a lookout for my community tab because I will update you guys if videos aren't going out on their regular time, and I'll tell you when the videos are coming up. So this week and next week, kind of weird, I know, but typically I do upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now let's get over to Trend Mood and look at some new makeup releases. So I already have Trend Mood up on my phone, and as you guys can see, the first thing on here is from Lime Crime. Now Lime Crime is one of those brands that I feel like got a really bad rep because of a lot of awful shady stuff that was happening in their past. I'm not too sure how everything's going. I know the CEO, I think she was the CEO, stepped down. And when that happened, I turned to buying from Lime Crime again. So I do have a couple Lime Crime products in my collection. They are cruelty-free, so I do actually really enjoy them. I am really interested in this. This is called the Freckle Pen is what they're coming out with. And it says it just creates natural colored freckles. They actually have different colors coming out for different people. I have natural freckles. During the summer, you guys can see them really clearly. Right now, it's winter and I'm not really going outside at all, so like I am ghostly pale and my freckles that I have are like just on my nose. So sometimes during the winter, I do like to like go, you can kind of see my freckles, but they definitely fade a lot during the winter and the fall and winter. So sometimes I do go over my freckles with powder, like a freckly tone eyeshadow. So honestly, I feel like this would be easier for me if I want to do that. And even during the summer times, sometimes I like to even out my freckles. I know that sounds really weird, but I really like the way my freckles look, and sometimes when you have foundation on, you can't see it anyway. So I actually am very interested in this freckle pen. It would just make it easier and faster, I feel like. And sometimes depending on what you're using, you can overdo it on accident and it's really hard to like clean it up without smearing it across your face. So I'm pretty interested in this, not gonna lie. It is $18, which is pretty expensive for just a little pen. I feel like you could probably get an eyeliner that would do the same thing, but I'd be interested to see if this is like a different type of formula that's not as opaque, because that's where you can kind of mess up. If you have something too opaque, it can kind of make you look a little crazy. This next item I see, I'm not sure, I've never heard of this brand. This just goes to show how much I haven't been paying attention to makeup. It's called Bronzino. Is that the brand name? I don't know if this is cruelty free or not because I've never heard of this brand, but it's a new bronzer and it's a Bronzino illuminating cream bronzer. An illuminating bronzer? That just sounds like it wouldn't look very good on my skin. Yeah, it's like a shimmery sheer cream bronzer. I don't know, maybe that could be the thing. I have been putting like a bronzy tone highlight under my bronzer sometimes, so maybe, I mean, that's essentially the same concept, isn't it? Okay, I can get on board with that. Again, I don't know if this brand is cruelty free, so I don't know. But Physicians Formula, again, is no longer cruelty-free, so I am on the lookout for a new bronzer that will work. I don't think any of these tones would work for my skin tone personally. It seems like there's only 2 shades in West Coast and Best Coast, and honestly, they look pretty similar on fair skin. On deep skin, I can definitely tell Best Coast is a little bit more red, whereas West Coast is a little bit more neutral, but I feel like West Coast would probably be my best bet, but I feel like it still probably wouldn't work for me, unfortunately. It's really hard for me to find bronzers that work really well or that I like on me, so I'm on the hunt, but I don't think that's going to be the next one. Beauty Bakery has a brush set coming out and it's really cute. Don't really need it, don't know how I would store it, but they're these little eye brushes that look like kitchen utensils on the other side. It's really, really, really cute, but like, oh, and it comes in like a little apron roll-up set. That's adorable. It's really freaking cute, but I don't need it. I don't need brushes. It's the one thing I don't need, but their packaging always kills. Like, it's always so good. But like, how would you store that? You would have to store it on the bristles, I'm guessing, or otherwise, like, what's the point in having, you don't need it. So this is another brand I've never heard of. It's called Louise, and it looks, honestly, at first I thought this was Too Faced mixed with Beauty Bakery. So honestly, are they just stealing Beauty Bakery's thing right now.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Because they have like a gingerbread latte something coming out. What is that? There's something called the sandwich stages. Oh, I didn't do it again. I need to move over. There we go. Now you guys can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, so there's the sandwich stages. Jesus Christ, that was hard to say. And it's designed to simplify the process of building stages to your makeup with 4 palettes all designed for specific areas. The crisp finish, 5 new paint shades with a... I don't know what this is because like this doesn't tell me anything. I've never heard of this brand. It looks a lot like Beauty Bakery to me, honestly. It could be from Beauty Bakery and I wouldn't have thought twice about it, but I don't know. Glamlite has their Street Taco palette. Hasn't this already been out? I feel like this palette already came out for a while, but or is this new? I'm not sure. But now I want tacos. Glamlite stuff is really cute to me, but I don't feel like I need any, although the colors are really nice. But it's a funny shape and I don't need it. I really need no eyeshadow palettes at all. I'm running out of space in that drawer, and if I run out of space in that drawer, that's it. Like, I'm not purchasing more organizational stuff to store more makeup. I don't know what happened. My eyeshadows took over. Ofra has some things out. That's all I have to say about that. People still care about Morphe. Morphe has more palettes coming out. I mean, everything I've ever tried from Morphe has just been okay. I don't think it's ever been phenomenal. So like, I don't really care to ever purchase from Morphe again. I have no interest, but do people still talk about them? So Milk Makeup added more stuff to their Kush line. It looks like they have a brow pencil. The brow pencils look terrifying in this photo. They look like they would stab you in the eye. It's a triple tipped brow pen, which honestly love the concept of, but this picture is scary looking. It just looks scary. I actually want something like this to create more like brow-like hairs in my brows, because I have an issue with doing that on my own. So I would like something that would be easier for me to actually do that. So that's actually really appealing to me. I'm also, as soon as this pomade in my project pan is over, I can't wait to try a new brow product. So I actually might purchase this once that pomade is done, because it looks like it's about the same price and I would just like to try something new finally. It also looks like they have new lip glazes coming out in the same line in Rosebud and Nova. They're both really pretty shades. Honestly, I feel like they look very, very similar, so I feel like you don't need both, but one would be okay. I'd probably go for the mauvey tint because I love mauves or rose colored things on me personally, but they're both very, very pretty. House Labs has more stuff coming out. I feel like once they launched, no one's really been talking about them anymore. The colors they have are really pretty. These all look like lip glosses. They're a little bit too bright and shimmery for me in my personal taste, but if that's what you like, then go for it, because they are really, really pretty. They're very interesting colors, so definitely something that I don't really think we see very often, especially like the alimony shade, the yellow lip gloss. It's very interesting. I don't know how that would work on some people, but I feel like on certain skin tones that would be absolutely beautiful, and definitely not something we've ever seen before, so that is very interesting. Pure also has some CBD products coming out. I feel like everyone's coming out with CBD products at this point, so nothing too exciting about it. It was kind of interesting when it first started releasing, but now that everyone's doing it, you can get CBD products at a like dispensary, so this isn't anything new. It's just big companies are jumping on the bandwagon. You can get CBD lotions and all of that at a normal dispensary. I live in California, so like for me, this stuff doesn't even faze me. I don't think it's that revolutionary, but Pure is coming out with a hydrating lip balm, a highlighter, a replenishing face thing. They're coming out with a bunch of skincare, but again, your local dispensary would have the exact same product, so I don't think it's anything that interesting. There's a new brand that I haven't heard of, and it seems like they're very similar to Glamlite. That's who I thought this was for a second, and then I realized it wasn't. This company is called the Makeup Scientist Cosmetics. It's a little eyeshadow palette in the shape of a beaker with all kinds of cool shades in it. This is actually, I kind of like this. It's really interesting. That one shade looks like a pressed glitter, which I'm not a fan of. Looks a little chunky in the swatch, so I don't feel like I'm a fan of that, but I do really like how electric these shades are. Carver and Period are really, really nice. They're like really, really bright, something I don't really see in a lot of palettes, so that's really nice. Looking at this, I don't know what I would do with it, because there's a lot of color combinations that I'm intimidated by, of course, because like there's a bright orangey red and then purples, but those would probably make such pretty like sunset looks. So it'd be something I would be very willing to try, but again, I don't need eyeshadow palettes, but if you are in the market for a very vibrant and different eyeshadow palette, I would definitely think this could be one that would be fun to try, and it's by a brand I've never heard of, so it's probably a small indie brand, which I always appreciate. So the next thing I see is from Melt Cosmetics. It's their 420 launch, and it's basically looks like their, what was the weed palette that came out not too long ago? Smoke Session palette, was that what it was called? It looks like that again, but just a little bit more fall-y, a little bit more grungy. It's a really, really pretty palette. Again, the weed merchandise stuff doesn't really like appeal to me in that way, because I know a lot of people will buy it because they're really into the culture of like smoking and weed and all of that. I'm not, like, it's there, but it's not gonna appeal to me just because of that. I know this was released for 420, so it makes sense for that market, but as for the, are these eyeliners, gel eyeliners, I don't need them. I just don't go through gel liners that quickly, and I don't really want a green one. Personally, if I was gonna do a green liner, I'd just use an eyeshadow instead of buying an entire gel. But I mean, the palette, the palette honestly looks really, really pretty. I like the grungy shades. I don't personally need it. I feel like I could duplicate this with my eyeshadow collection as it is, so I don't need it, but it does look really, really nice. So it looks like there is a new brand coming out from another influencer. This is I Am Karen O. She's coming out with Cloud Face, which is her own brand. It doesn't have any pictures of products that are actually releasing, so I'm not sure what she is coming out with, but it says it's going to be a hybrid of makeup and skincare. So I'll be interested to see what that is, and I'll try and keep an eye out for that. That is exciting though. It's always exciting when influencers come out with their own brands, because that means they're successful and they're able to do something like that. I feel like there are a lot of people that have done this now, so it gets a little overwhelming still, but it is still exciting that people are succeeding in something. Ooh, I was just talking about how I needed new bronzer. So Essence apparently is coming out with a new Bronze to This Way line, and I don't know if any of these would work for me. There is a couple of different bronzers in this collection, a shimmery bronzer, 2 matte ones. They're coming out with a fan brush, a body oil. They're coming out with a bunch of stuff that screams summertime. I am interested in trying this because I can afford Essence, so I don't feel bad if it doesn't work for me, or I don't feel as bad if it doesn't work for me. So I am very interested in that one. So apparently Colourpop had an exclusive at Ulta. Interesting. They had the Celestial collection. Interesting. Colourpop still releases too much for me. I can't keep up. I don't really care to keep up anymore. It's overkill. Ooh. This next thing is from Glow Recipe. This is the Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tightener Toner. This is another part of their watermelon line. I want this. I can't afford this probably. It's $32. Ooh, but I really want it. You guys know I love the CosRX AHA and BHA toner. It's my favorite. It's the one I always use basically. I have like multiple backups of it at all times, and don't technically need another toner right now because that one works fine for me. But anything that says AHA, BHA, or I don't even know what PHA is. I'm gonna have to go look it up. Anything that says pore tightening is, it's piqued my interest. So Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with some new products. It's called the Crystal Elixir line, and it looks like there's a serum, a lip oil, and a magic cream light. I don't know, is that like a makeup? Are these all skincare? Oh yeah, that's a moisturizer. They look pretty. The magic serum, does that have a tint to it? I just love Charlotte Tilbury products, and I've basically finished the one in my project pan and the only one I own, and I already miss it. Phenomenal products. And then I think the last thing I'm going to talk about today is from Nabla Cosmetics. It looks like they have a Ulta exclusive as well, or it is on Ulta. And it looks like 3 little palettes and some lipsticks. Very, very pretty. This is another brand that I'm very interested in. I've been interested in them, and I've been wanting to try them, and I haven't yet. This also reminds me, I really want to get the new Menagerie Cosmetics, like, was it Pastel Pup palette? I don't know why it made me think of that talking about Nabla. I just want to try some of these brands. It's like, I know I don't need any more eyeshadow palettes, but I want to try other brands, but I don't know. What do I do, you guys? I mean, I have a makeup channel, but at the same time, I'm not made of money over here. I wish I was made of money. But these are really pretty. They're cute little bite-sized palettes. Really nice. The lipsticks look really nice. I know I definitely don't need any lipsticks. I think out of all of these, I would probably go with the like plummy one. It's really, really pretty. I like plums and pinks and stuff on me a lot. I think they're really flattering. So that would probably be the one I would go with, but I don't need it. And that, guys, is today's video. This was a kind of like an anti-haul. It's mainly just a I'm too broke to buy anything, not gonna buy thing video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave if you want to see more from me. Hopefully, you guys are all still safe, washing your hands, taking naps, and just doing well overall. And hopefully, that means I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye!